Coach Bill, National Chess Master at chess.com, analyzing games knightburgler 1, a team match between my video lessons club and the club chess.com in Español. And this one is kind of brutal. Black just falls apart quickly. So we start out with the Scotch game, but we're going to transpose into the WhiteElo picks. Explain when we get there. Okay, so after this, well, let's back up. Let's just talk about this. This is going to be a short video. Let's talk about a few options. White can play the Scotch Gambit by Bishop c4. It's a gambit because White doesn't worry so much about restoring material equality. He's instead looking for development. White could also play the Goring Gambit, pawn to c3, which Black can either accept. Let's see, this one here. Black can either accept with pawn takes or decline with d5, and it's a whole lot of choices. Chess literature is full of examples on how to proceed with these different strategies, these different openings. But White opts to take care, and generally speaking, this leads to an even game. The Scotch is considered drawish. It doesn't mean the game will end in a draw. It's just that it's difficult to maintain it, or to get an advantage and maintain it. So Black's best choices from this position are to develop something, knight f6 or bishop c5. Both of those moves attack something. There's also a gambit that White can play after queen h4. White can opt to play knight b5, and if queen takes pawn check, we play here, and White's got a lead development, and Black has a little bit of a problem right here on c7. Black doesn't have time to steal this because of bishop f3. So Black usually opts for king d8, and White's going to try to prove that his lead development, the flat fact that Black cannot castle, will give White some middle game chances here to eventually win back his pawn and use his speed of better development to secure a victory. Well, Black is saying, I'm going to hang on to that pawn for dear life, and if you don't do anything, I'm going to be a pawn up. So, it's an interesting choice. Okay, if you're new at chess, I would recommend against queen h4. I've known some players over 2,000 who will play it, but and I've also seen them lose with it against strong players. So, okay, so let's back up. So, knight f6 and bishop c5 are the best choices. And then there's an interesting line here on bishop c5. If knight takes, Black has queen f6, rending a mate, and Black doesn't have, if he so chooses, he doesn't have to accept double pawns. His next move can take the knight with the queen. Okay, so kind of beyond the scope of this. Let's back it up. So Black opts to play d6. Now, when White plays bishop b5, this is where this becomes the Ruy Lopez Steinitz defense. Now let's just, what am I talking about here? I'll show you. Okay. Bishop b5. This is the Steinitz defense. And then after d4, pawn takes, knight takes. And that's what we're going to get in this game by a different move order. So let's back up. Okay, so knight c3. The game, the game is technically even. Now, there's a very interesting chess book written circa 1940 by Grandmaster Reuben Fine, who was once definitely in the top 5 top players in the world. Arguably, he had a shot at world championship. That world champion, and he declined the chance to play in 1948 for the title. But his book, The Middle Game in Chess, he talks about semi-open positions. Now, semi means half. Now, if these pawns were gone, this would be an open position. But since they're there, it's half open. You know, black has a half open E file, white has a half open D file. But this is the type of position where white's maintaining the delicate advantage of the first move. White's pawn on E4 is doing just a little bit more in the center than the black pawn in the center, which is controlling those squares. So, you know, I would refer you to this excellent book. It's written in English descriptive notation, the notation I grew up with. Okay. So anyway, knight f6. And, you know, the game looks about even, but black's may have difficulty bringing the queen off the back rank because she is shut in. Now here I don't like white's next move. I believe white should just castle and maintain that slight advantage. Okay. But at some point black can opt for some exchanges to try to free his game. Maybe if you don't like this knight, you could kick it, but logical would be just queen d7. And, you know, white can't steal that. The knight's going to be entombed over there. And in this game, again, slight advantage for white because of the better pawn. But after knight f5, this is moving a piece twice in the opening, so I don't recommend doing that. Black should definitely just take this knight. It's a menace. Okay, if he doesn't, say, black castles, you know, white can play. Well, I don't think he can. Don't want to take this. We're going to lose control at d5 because the pawn will take. But take. This is great for white. He's going to shatter the pawns, but black can opt to take back this way. And let's see. But white can still shatter those pawns. And then here we want to keep this bishop on the board. We don't want to trade it off. You know, let's bring it back to d3 and then try to eventually activate it along this diagonal. It could go to e2 or c4. Both of those would be playable. Black may try to entrench this knight up to e5 by way of one of these squares in order to kick that bishop. Okay, then if we get to c4. Anyway, but what black should do is, after knight f5, is simply take it. And, you know, white's kind of pressed to do something here. You know, black has equalized in development, even though white has the bishop pair. For what it's worth, black does have a queenside pawn majority now. So, and black is actually ahead of development. Black is castling first. And, you know, white's composition is the pair of bishops, and they're not really doing that much. So that's definitely what black should have done. You know, the game is essentially even. So it takes a mistake to win a chess game, and black does exactly that. He decides to get tactical here on white. He says, oh, I can win a pawn. Well, you know, you win a pawn, but you just get a bad game. So this pawn falls with check, and this is forced. And now we have a lot of nightmares facing us. You know, discovered checks galore. You know, here's a double check, which will win the queen. So black stops and steals this knight first, because it was loose. And now he needs to deal with the threat of knight e6 check, so he plays king here. And then after knight h5, black just totally collapses. Falls apart completely by playing f6. And now white has a forced checkmate. There's two different moves that do it. See if can you find them? Two moves. Pause the video if you need to. Okay, welcome back if you pause the video. Excuse me. White chose bishop c4 check, which I and black resigned because the only legal move is to play bishop e6, and the king is checkmated. The alternative was to play queen d5 check, and I like the bishop move better. Probably you do too, and that's mate. So what should black have done here? Well, you know, he's in a difficult position here. you know, he's not going to be able to use this rook for a long time, except as a defender of the h7 square. That's about all that rook is going to be able to do. You know, probably play bishop f8, and you know, let's see, white could try queen d2. Now this is definitely for white's choice. The idea being if bishop takes, queen takes, and look, we're threatening mate again. And what is black might have a resource here. I don't know, he's got a check. I don't know. Does he have a resource here? Probably not. Let's see, king d2, queen e5 to guard this square, and you know this queen is going to get harassed. Let's just hide the king back here. And how does black stop mate? So you know the alternative was queen here, but to guard the square, but that falls instantly. I think just simply mate 1. So you know black had definitely had problems to solve, and he created them himself. You know, probably moving too fast. Well, good game, Night Burglar. Thanks for watching, everyone.